Hey. Jeez. I am not a man of my words. Hey. Jeez. I am not a man of my words. Yeah. Okay, so the audio is good. I was having some audio issues, so that is why it took me a long time to come. If anyone was in the waiting, that's why. Audio issues. Why I say that I'm not a man of my words. I said we will be live for was it the fifth? Yeah, the fifth and final T20 between New Zealand and South Africa men. But I just had a lot of things uh, clustered together. I didn't plan on them happening, but what can we do? Student life is so difficult, and Sunday is also going to be a headache for me. Not just Sunday, Monday as well, because of the schedule of MotoGP. So I was also going to be live apart from the last T20I. I was also going to be live in FP2 today. Missed that as well. I was caught up in some other stuff, some other studently activities. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm in a position where I'm not moving forward with my studies, no, with YouTube. It's just one of those weird spaces. Anyways, let's just cover the series real quickly, both the men's and the women's. Women's is still going. The South African, the South Africa tour of New Zealand. We'll start off with the men's because that is still active. So the men's, let me just recheck the volume. We'll start off with the men's. Yeah, okay, volume is fine. So I have sorted out the volume. Now with the men's, South Africa won the series overall. So that was the plus point. Now we have to take into consideration that both teams are coming off the World Cup. One got knocked out. South Africa got knocked out in the first semi-final, and New Zealand failed to win the final. And I think within a week or so, I want to say, this series started. So both squads were not at full strength. Both sides of players that played in the World Cup and the series, someone like Keshav and them, someone like Mitchell Satner and them, they were also not at full tilt, let's say. So New Zealand gets bowled out for 91. South Africa win that in the first T20 by 7 wickets. In the second T20, New Zealand put up 175 and they win by 68. In the third T20, where's the third? So South Africa just put up 136. New Zealand won by 8 wickets. The fourth T20I, South Africa put up 164 and we won by 19. In the last T20, this one was for the series. The series was on the line, having 2 wins for South Africa and 2 for New Zealand. So South Africa put up 187 with a loss of 4, and New Zealand in response, they lost out by 33 runs. Connor in this match, he exploded big time. I think I think his strike rate was 230. Again, didn't watch the matches, just kept along with the scorecards. I just ran out of time this week, I'll be honest. So that was the tale. The men's series at least was kind of pointless for both teams. You know, both would have done better with a break, a complete shut off of cricket for a month. Not even a month, about 20 days. Yeah, 20, 19 days. Because the final was on the 8th or 9th, and IPL starts on 28th. So it's about a 19-day break, so both teams could have done with that shut off. Now the women's side. So on Sunday, on 29th, the first of 3 one-dayers will begin. Uh, Again, no promises on this one, whether I will show up or not. Sunday is gonna be hectic for me, especially because I have stuff to do on Monday that will stretch into late afternoon. So I'm not even sure about the Formula One stream, but we'll talk about that at the end. So we are starting the 1 day leg of the tour for the women's. Men's are done. It was just 5 T20s, they're done. For the women's, it was 5 T20s and 3 1-days. Now, we lost the T20 series, and we have a T20 World Cup coming up in about 2 months. So if for South Africa this was all about, let's just say, experimenting and doing something out of the box or something like that, I completely understand that. Let me just shove that socket in. The light was getting a bit dim. So I was saying that for the women's, if if they use the series just to get experiments out the way, then I'm fine with it. Because Laura, instead of opening, she was coming one down. Tasman Brits opened with who was it? Sune Loose. Sune opened in all of the matches, all 5 matches. Tasman set out in the last 2, I think, and I think it was Chloe Treon. She was bumped up in her place, or I think Tasman came down the order in one of the matches. So if this series was completely on an experimental base of the batting order, I'm fine with it. But let's just, from the next series, whatever, by the time we rock up at the World Cup, Laura and Brits open. If you want to experiment, bring Chloe one down, bring Cap at 4, and push Sunny down. Only bring Sunny up, Sune Loose, nickname is Sunny. So only bring Sunny up if there's a collapse at the top. Only. So let's get into the results. New Zealand, the first match, put up 180. South Africa only put up 110. Sorry, 190. South Africa put up 110. New Zealand win by 80. The second match, South Africa put up 177. South Africa win by 18. The one and only win that we had this series, this T20 series for the women's. The third one, New Zealand. Okay, South Africa put up 149. New Zealand win by 6 wickets. South Africa put up 159 in the fourth. New Zealand win by 6 wickets. In the fifth, New Zealand put up 164, and South Africa lost, and New Zealand won by 92 runs. So that is that. South Africa need to sort out what the final batting will be. I'm not too disappointed in the overall result because they were experimenting. So it's just okay. But having the World Cup this close shouldn't have lost this badly. That is a point. You should not have lost this badly. Um, for New Zealand, I will say that Susie Bates was batting so far down. I think in one match she came at number 8, I want to say. So a little bit of thinking as to what New Zealand need to do as well. Susie Bates she's a senior stateswoman for them, even Sophie Devine. I do think both of them will announce retirements at the end of this World Cup, possibly. So a lot for New Zealand to think about as well. And if they do announce retirements, right now, as we stand, I'm not sure if such communication has come through. But if they do, then there will be some big gaps that New Zealand need to fill. So yeah, that is that for the South Africa tour. Maybe. So here's the tricky part, right? Uh, South Africa are a team that are now making semi appearances oftenly. Women are getting to the final a bit more often as well, but we're just not getting over the line. Not don't know exactly what to pin that on, but it's just one of those things where maybe if you just get over the line once, right? If you feel that glory of winning your first title, then it, it should uh, it should take the edge off in the future competitions. That no, we've done it before, we can do it again. Not every final you walk in with, oh, we've never had Lady Luck on our side. We've always lost. We've never won anything. White ball wise specifically, because Temba gave us the WTC last year. So yeah, it's a tricky situation, man. South Africa as a whole, uh, both cricketing in men's, women's, beat the kids, the under 19s or whatever. It's uh, it's one of those mental hurdles that we need to get over. It's a matter of just winning the first one, and then the others will follow. But okay. So today's main agenda, IPL. We are going to be looking at the 10 teams of said competition. Now, one thing to note, changes have been announced regularly. Some changes I may have already put in to my presentation. Some changes I may have not. So, if there is a change not mentioned, it's because I completely missed the news. Because a lot of bowlers are injured, a lot of pace attack is biting the dust, let's say. Players are pulling out, you know, there's fatigue because of this conflict of the international calendar as well as the franchise calendar. So with international, there's not a lot of money in it, but with franchises, mostly a lot of money in it. So players are having to balance uh, country pride versus, you know, their living essentially. So that is there's a lot of things going on. A lot of players leaving PSL. Pakistan Super League to come to play to IPL. Of course, we have better facilities, better contracts. So it's one of those things. Uh, Anything else to take note of before we get into the teams? Yeah, two things. Rajasthan Royals and Royal Challengers Bengaluru have experienced ownership changes. Rajasthan is being owned now by someone based in US. He's an Indian but based in US. And RCB has been taken over by Birla Group. Birla Group. Uh, yeah, that is that. I'm not sure, man. I'm trying to rattle my brain. Cause the thing is, I've been so busy, I couldn't keep up with all of the news of player fitness, what's going on, especially with the grounds and all this. Speaking of grounds, RCB has been allowed to play home games in Chinnaswamy in their home game after they had the whole stampede debacle where some people lost their lives unnecessarily. It shouldn't have happened. The chaos shouldn't have broken out in the first place. There should have been better management, but it is, yeah, it was a matter of politicians wanting to get clicks and getting votes, so mismanagement happened and people lost their lives. But yeah, anyway, that is done and dusted. The team also put out some statements. They put out some goodwill gestures as well towards the families. So okay. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Can I think of anything else? Um, Delhi Capitals. What's his name? Akshar Patel, the captain, did confirm that KL Rahul will be opening the whole season. So that is one fixed news. Another thing is the Aussie pace attack. Cummins is still recovering. Josh Hayes, he's recovering. Mitch Stark, he's not injured, but he wants to focus on Australian Test cricket, so he might miss the first bit. So all three, Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins, and Josh Hazelwood, they will miss the start of IPL. Most probably all of them will be available from mid tournament to the final. Most probably. Where else? Where else? Any other news? Any other news? That is about it. Hyderabad had this whole controversy with. So what happened is Hyderabad bought a team in the what is it, man? In the UK franchise. I'm not sure what Sunrisers it is, what city it is. So uh, that team falls under ECB, the English Cricket Board, and they allow Pakistani players in their tournament. So before they had their auction, there was a general consensus, or let's just say a general understanding, that Indian-owned teams will not go for Pakistani players. And for the most part, all Indian teams maintain that standpoint, except for Hyderabad. When I say Hyderabad, except for Sunrisers, the management went and picked a Pakistani player. So there was this whole news going on Kavya Maran, the owner of the Sunrisers group as a whole, and there was a lot of boycott calls and so forth and so forth. but I'm not sure if she did put out a statement. Not exactly sure, but yeah. Apart from that, CSK had a opening. Was it an opening or a jersey launch or something that they had? They had an event, let's say. They had a lot of their previous players. They had Haydos, they had Raidu, they had Raina, MS, they had Bravo, and it was just this whole celebration of the history of the franchise. This is the most successful franchise, tied on trophies, most trophies with Mumbai Indians at 5, but I think they have more. Is it playoff or final appearances than any other team? So they had this whole big day for fans and all this. They got the band back together, let's just say, and it was good to watch. They put up all their trophies, 5 IPL trophies. They had Champions. Which one was it? Was it Champions League trophy? I think it was Champions League trophy, and they had one or two other trophies and all as well. And all of those things had one man at the center, and that is MS Dhoni, number 7. And there's this great shot of, so there's a stage, the players are on the stage. In front of the players is their trophy cabinet, and then in the distance MS is walking up to the stage. It's a great shot. Unfortunately, I don't have the pic. If I had the pic somewhere, I would have shown the pic. I don't think I can get strikes for showing pics, so I would have shown the pic, but I don't have it saved. I saw it scrolling online for a bit when I was trying to figure out what the final changes are with squads and the 11s and everything. So without wasting much more time, let's be honest, I'm just wasting time. I feel like I need to compensate for the 2 lives I missed. So bear with me if you feel like I'm overstretching things. Let's get into it. Is the window open? Yes. Yes. So we are looking at CSK first, as it turns out. Where can I put this? Yeah. So CSK last year had a terrible run of things. Is it fine? It's visible. Yeah, visible. So CSK last year had a terrible run of things. They were at a point where they were scoring freaking 18 runs in the power play in the first 6 overs when you're supposed to maximize your run flow. They were scoring 18, which is about 3-ish runs an over. And they needed young blood, they needed energy, they needed guys that can just walk out and smack for fun. So a massive trade that they did with Rajasthan was they gave up Ravindra Jadeja and Sam Curran for Sanju Samson. They got Sanju Samson, that is awesome, but to give up both Jadeja and Curran, that is, I wouldn't agree with losing both of them. Maybe one of them, yeah, sure, and maybe one not such a reputable player. So a smaller name, let's say. I think that would have made more sense. Even if you let 2 smaller players go, right, it's fine. But they let 2 big names go. So let's just go through the squad real quick with these guys. Squad MS, Anshul Kamboj. Good. Actually, let's not go through the whole squad. You can actually read, it'll be too long. So this is a squad that I have found, and there's some names hiding behind my image as well. So The overview is captain is Ruturaj Gaikwad, coach Stephen Fleming. Now, the captain and coach combo of Stephen Fleming and MS worked superb. It was there was a point in time for quite an extended period, let's say an extended period, that what they would come up with, what they would think of, the plans, strategies, the players that they buy in the auctions. It was almost that they anything that they touched turned into gold. But for the last few seasons, especially, uh, they're in a spot where they need to find a replacement for MS, keeper, finisher, and also the most successful Indian captain. During his day, he won every single title available from the ICC. He's he's got the most titles as captain as well. He's tied with Rohit at 5 IPL titles. So to replace such a huge personality, to replace basically your spine, the spine of the team, it's a big ask. And there was a time when they experimented with Jadeja, it didn't work out. They have showed faith in Ruturaj for now. But I think Sanju, uh, they should announce Sanju vice captain and possibly look to make him captain next season. Take the captaincy pressure of Ruturaj. Maybe he can perform better without that stress of captaincy. Who knows? So, if you are looking at my screen, I have come up with a possible playing 11. This is the most useless thing I could have done, and I've done it. Because I can sit here and yap all I want, but they are not playing that squad. They are not playing that team from that squad. And there may be some changes in here as well that I have not picked up on. So just bear with me on some stuff. Let me just move the. No, this is fine. Let me move this image up so you can see the whole squad. What do we think? What do we think of my 11? Sanju and Ruturaj will open for sure. 100% they will open. They have to open. Ayush Matre for me doesn't make it into the team for this year. Just performance wise. I don't know his domestic performances. I haven't been keeping up with all of that, but he doesn't make it into the team for me. You have Urvil Patel. Urvil Patel, he wasn't sold in the auction the year before. Ended up smashing 100 after the auction. Someone got injured, and CSK replaced that injured person with Urvil. And the matches he played, boy, this guy can swing for the fences. He is from Gujarat. I'm also from Gujarat. I don't know the guy. Just mentioning it out there randomly that we're from the same state. But yeah, he can smash. He's not afraid to take things on. He's not afraid to play his shots. So you have two explosions. One in Urvil at 3, and at 4th in Brevis. The problem with Brevis, he needs to learn to calm down. He needs to learn to take his time. He needs to learn not to have that mindset of I will rip the ball in half every delivery. You can't smash sixes continuously. You can't get boundaries continuously. You need to have the game awareness to understand what the bowler is bowling, to understand the field set he's bowling to, and to understand the plan to get you out. So he needs to get this game awareness, or is it gamecraft, or whatever you want to call it. He needs to build on this. He needs to buy time, and I think with MS, with Stephen Fleming, I think he should develop further as a batsman. I, if there's one good thing about IPL that no person in the world can argue on, is this: that you can interact with players of the past, players of today, players of tomorrow, from all over the world. All over the world. Stephen Fleming, legend of New Zealand. MS, legend of Indian cricket. Brevis, the current of South African cricket. All of them playing under one banner. So he should make good use of the people he has access to. He should. Coming in at 5, of course, Shivam Dube. MS at 6. Now with MS, it depends, because I think MS will be used as an impact player. I think this is the season where Sanju is given control of the gloves. I know I have said MS is weak, but Sanju will keep, and MS will watch from the outside. I think. It's a bold call, but I think. After MS, Rahul Chahar, Matt Henry, Noor Ahmed, Khalil Ahmed, and Anshul Kamboj. I think this is your core 11, and with IPL we have this nonsense of impact players where at some point during your innings you are able to sub a player from your starting 11, with someone on the bench. That is the most useless thing ever. I understood it for 1 season, maybe 2 seasons during COVID, because you had a lot of injuries, you had to do a lot of player management. I understood it for that 1 season, maybe the season after that, but afterwards it's just been nonsense. You are killing the sport, you are killing the format. In this bid to impress IPL kids of putting on a showcase that is only dealt in boundaries, and you putting up totals of 250 and 300 and all this, it's nonsense. Even in today's day and age, a total of 170, 180 can be entertaining to defend and to chase. It will be entertaining, provide the pitches. Stop with this flat pitch nonsense, flat deck nonsense, where you can put Rabada, Bumrah, Trent Bolt, and all these gun bowlers into one lineup, and they can't pull off anything. They can't stem the run flow. Why? Because T20, especially in IPL, is a batter's game. T20 in IPL is a batter's game. I don't care who you are, you can never change my mind. You need to give batter pitches. People like Abhishek, they struggled. People like Surya, he couldn't get off to the starts that he gets off to. He wasn't the sky. He wasn't the sky that we know of. But come to IPL, it's flat decks. Everyone is able to smash sixes. You're getting 250 totals in the bid to get to 300 totals. It's all nonsense. You are killing the format. Fix the pitches. Give balanced pitches. Give balanced pitches. That's all I'll say. Now, with this core 11, overall your whole tournament, you want to run it between 13 players. Because of the impact rule, you will most likely have one pure batter and one pure bowler. that you will sub in and out depending on the game situations, whether you're defending or chasing or what's going on. So with CSK, this is my core 11. Now, my two impact players that will most often be called on, I think, is Jamie Overton and Matthew Short. Now, Jamie Overton, I think he's cleared to play. Matthew Short, I think, has come up with a injury niggle. I think. So maybe he won't play the opening matches. Another person, maybe people won't be talking about him, maybe people aren't interested in him, Sarfaraz Khan. Sarfaraz Khan has a lot to prove, not just in T20s, but about himself overall, because he was just all of a sudden dropped from the test squad. I know it's a different format, I'm talking about different formats, but after fighting and making his way into the test team on completely nonsense reasons that he's leaking locker room conversations to the media, you drop him and then he's nowhere to be seen. It's nonsense. So at least if he can get a shot, a decent number of games, and he does well, maybe he can come back into the test team. Sai Sudarshan did well in last year's IPL. He got to play in the test format. Why can't Sarfraz have a similar path? Why can't he? There's no chance of Sarfraz playing in the T20 team, the international T20 team. There's just too many people, too much competition. No chance he's making it there. But he can get into the test team. There's some open slots that he can get into. I am going to overstretch when I say ODI, maybe, because you have someone like Yashasvi already on the bench. So ODI is a stretch, but test is doable. Give him some decent matches, some decent time. Maybe Sarfraz can get into the test squad again. He deserves that test position. He deserves it. He was taken out without proper proceedings, and it didn't merit it. He had decent runs. It's not like he was dry on runs. He had decent runs. Need to get him back. This is my call on CSK. They finished 10th last season. They will do better this season. They have a lot of young blood. They have a lot of heavy hitters. They will do well. I think maybe they will go into the playoffs. CSK is one of the teams I think will make it into the playoffs or make it tight, on points. It'll be tight for the playoff scenario. Let's move on to the second team. How is this looking? Yeah, this is looking good. KKR. So, where did we finish? KKR 8th. Whoa. Just went off. So, in IPL, my team is KKR. When IPL started, I wasn't a fan of watching cricket back in the day. I was a fan of playing cricket, not watching cricket. But when I found out Shah Rukh Khan owns this team, I sold my soul to KKR. So this is my team, my home team, let's say. We finished 8th last season. We had Queenie as an opener last season, let him go. I think that was a mistake, but okay. Last season we lost a couple of games. The most easy game that we lost was against Lucknow. I don't remember the exact scenarios of what happened, what didn't, but we lost a couple of easy games and we couldn't make it to the playoffs. There was a time when we were looking good for the playoffs, and then you lose easy games back to back, and then it just doesn't happen. We finished 8th, for crying out loud. So again, the squad is just under my photo. You can read that. I'm not going to go through all the names. We'll just go through the overview, which is Captain Ajinkya Rahane. Yeah, makes sense. I don't see any other captaincy material player. I think we announced Rinku Singh as vice captain. So in the long term, this is a good move. Rinku should have been announced last season already. When Ajinka came in as the new captain, you should have just announced Rinku already as vice captain. But okay, because Rinku is our long-term investment, right? From a franchise standpoint, that's completely fine that you've announced him now, though. Just you shouldn't delay what is inevitable. Abhishek Nair, coach, takes over from Gautam Gambhir. Yeah, Gautam Gambhir wins us one title after 10 years, and he disappears for international coaching duties. Abhishek was with him, got let go of, comes and takes over at Knight Riders. Our home venue, Eden Gardens. Yeah, man, not a good venue for us, I will say. It's not been a good hunting ground. Not been a good hunting ground. We should do better, but we haven't. It's just one of those things. Okay. The possible playing 11s. Now, because we have both Finn Allen and Tim Seifert, and they are in quite a form. Tim Seifert was with us previously, some seasons ago. At the time, he didn't have the reputation he holds today. So he was in and out of the 11. But today, in today's day and age, Finn Allen and Tim Seifert open your batting. If someone else is opening, you are completely mad. Both of them open. Ajinka slots in at 3. Ajinka in T20s has flipped his mindset, has flipped the switch. He is aggressive. He's not your test the moniker player anymore in T20s. He doesn't go slow, he goes for the big shots. And then Cam Green at 4. Now with Cam Green, you can, if you wanted to play up and down, I would prefer to send Rinku up, but teams for some reason think he's only good for the last 2-3 overs. Guys, no. Give him time. Give him time. Give Rinku time at the crease. He will prove everyone otherwise. He is a solid player. He knows how to control an innings. He knows how to build into it and then how to finish. He's your complete package. Just don't make him focus on one aspect of batting, and that is death. Don't leave him only in that when he can give you the whole spectrum. Ramandeep, I think Ramandeep deserves a fixed 11 spot. I think. Ramandeep gun fielder, part-time, he can roll an over or two out as well. Gun finisher as well. You've lost the depth of Andre Russell. You need some firepower down there. Ramandeep slots in easy for me. Easy. Ramandeep slots in. And then your bowlers, it's your usual suspects of Sunny Narayan, Vaibhav Varun, and 2 changes. Of course, Harshit is not there, and we need to find another pacer as well. So I've put Umran Malik to be a regular feature. He has pace in him. He can go 150 clicks, but let's see. And I've put Navdeep Saini. This is my core 11. Now, my impact players, unfortunately, because I know KKR, I know how they used to think. Hopefully under Abhishek, they think different. But they will have two fixed players. One is Anukul Roy, one is Manish Pandey. These two players will always feature in the impact list, so I couldn't ignore them. Now, because Ankrish Raghuvanshi used to be used as an impact player, especially chasing. No, overall, every game he used to be the impact player. He'd just bat and then sit out. You can't ignore him from the impact list. And one bowler who did well for, I want to say, Rajasthan, but then after that 1 or 2 seasons he just fizzled out. He's with us, Kartik Tyagi. I think Kartik Tyagi should be given some game time. You can't just run with that same pace order for 14 games and maybe some more. You have to chip and chop. You have to rest. You have to work around some players. Kartik Tyagi should be given a shot. And if you notice, in my 11, I've used 4 overseas. Now, I'm not sure what the news on Pathirana is. I saw somewhere he's cleared. I saw somewhere he's injured. Not sure what's going on there. But yeah, Pathirana, I have no interest in playing Pathirana. I think there was a mistake done when they bought him. They shouldn't have gone for Pathirana. Shouldn't have gone for him. But yeah, okay. And they gave him a decent chunk as well, eh? A decent chunk of money. I wouldn't have one, I wouldn't have gone for him, and two, I wouldn't have given him that much chunk of money. So yeah, this is my core for KKR. I think overall is quite fine. Impact players, I think Pathirana will be added. Who else is in the squad? Rahman Paul is still with us, so he maybe in place of Ramandeep, maybe they would go with Rahman. West Indian replaces the West Indian. Who knows? But I think Ramandeep should go. Stick to Rinku and Raman. Keep developing them for the long run. They will pay off. They will. Another one. So I've added Mustafizur Rahman. I've forgotten to take him out. Just ignore that. Another one, Rachin Ravindra. I don't think he will play this whole season. I don't see Rachin playing at all. At all. I don't think he should play. I've added Akashdeep. Akashdeep, I think, was the initial replacement for Harshit Rana, and then he got injured, and then Navdeep Saini came in. So, yeah. Rahul Tripathi is there. I'm not sure on Rahul Tripathi, if that is from this squad or from the previous squad, from last year's squad or something that I picked up. I can't remember buying Rahul Tripathi. So this is my overall core for KKR. I think stick with this 11, and then your 12th player will be Ankrish. Your 14th will be either Anukul Roy or Kartik Tyagi, depending on if you want a spin or pace, I think. Yeah, this is my call for the Night Riders. Let's move into the team that is holding some demon players in the 11. Sunrisers Hyderabad. Let's get into them. Squad is under my image, under my window. Who's your captain? So I've written Pat Cummins, but Ishan Kishan will lead. If you look into the possible 11, I've put the captaincy on Ishan. Ishan will lead the team in the first phases of the match, of the tournament, not of the match. Daniel Vittori, coach. And yeah. So I think 1 to 7 pretty much is fixed. You've got complete madmen, terrorists from a bowler's point of view opening from 1 to 7. You're opening with the lunatic in Travis Head. This guy took 2 ICC events away from India in 1 calendar year on his own back. He single-handedly took 2 ICC events, 23 WTC, 23 One Day World Cup. Just go watch the innings. Don't look at the scorecard. Watch the innings. This man is a madman, especially when it comes to T20s. And knowing the flat wicket that they will get at their home ground, sheesh. Abhishek Sharma flopped in the World Cup, well, before the end matches. Yeah. You opening with Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma. There's not much to say from there. You just need one of them to click if you're a Hyderabadi fan, and you're solid. Then one down, you've got Ishan Kishan. I've put him at 4. He'll come further down. I've put Henry Klaasen at 4. And then I've put Aniket Verma. I think Aniket and Henry, you can swap them out. Hendrik. You can swap them up. Aniket at 4. Hendrik at Hendrik at 5. I think that's a more fair call. And then Nitish Reddy, of course, 6. Your pace all-rounder. Liam Livingston, your spin all-rounder. Dude, these are all madmen. All of them are mad men. Aniket Verma is not an international yet, but last year he showed he's not afraid to play bravely. He can take anyone on. He can turn the game up a few notches. So, geez, man, good luck. Good luck to the bowlers trying to get through that. And then number 8, Harshal Patel. 9, Shivam Mavi. 10, I've put Malinga and Jaydev at 11th. Now, I don't know, outside of the top, let's say 8, I don't know the other 3 slots. I think Jaydev will be your regular feature, so that's 9 players fixed in. Now you have 2 to play around with, right? Instead of Malinga, you can bring in Braden Cars, you can bring in Comindo Mendes, so you can play around with that. And with the 1 slot remaining, I think Zishan Ansari played a few games last year. I think Harsh Dubey also played some games last year. So you've got basically 1 open slot, and you can fit anyone in there, because the slot that's right now I've given to Malinga, that is going to be taken up by Pat Cummins. So Pat Cummins is not taking an extra slot. He's going to take an existing slot. And yeah, with your overseas, you're just gonna flop around between Malinga, Cars, and Comindu until Cummins comes in. Then you're not really at liberty to swing around unless you drop Livingston in some games for some extra pace or something like that, depending on the pitches and venues. But when Paddy comes back, your 3 overseas are fixed. You're not dropping Travis Head. You're not dropping Henrik Klaasen. And you're not dropping Pat Cummins from midway. So midway to the finish, your 3 are fixed. Your 1 flexibility is Livingston, Cars, and Comindo Mendes. I think this will be the 3 that you will flop around. Yeah. And then with the 1 slot, with the local slot that you have, the 11th slot, Uh, I think that's the one for Shivam Mavi. Shivam Mavi is good. He was with us at KKR for a long time, and then he got injuries and he couldn't get back to where he was, so we had to let him go. Then from there, I haven't really heard much about him. So he's just one of those as well that just disappeared off the radar. So maybe he will be your regular, and you can flip and flop with him and Harsh Dubey. So this is my call for Hyderabad. I think this is more your generic 11s, right? And then Paddy comes back and he slots in place of Ishan Malinga. This is my call for Hyderabad. Let's move on to the next team. We've only done 3 so far. Jeez. Royal Challengers. Why are you closing? Royal Challengers. Yeah. You're defending champions. I don't think they are going to be able to pull off a successful defense. I don't think so. They don't have Josh Hayes for the beginning, especially. They will have him midway after. They have again, the issue with RCB, like they had last year, was batting wise they're sorted, but they don't have a bowling unit. If batters can get 250, then the bowlers were such that they could give 250. So they're going batting heavy, and my 11 is also batting heavy with that in mind. So you're gonna, first of all, Captain Rajat Patidar won RCB their first title in 18 years, and coach Andy Flower. Andy Flower was with them, came back. It's like 2-3 teams are just exchanging coaches every year or so, and it's like the coaches are just in rotation between these teams. So yeah, now into the 11. Phil Salt's terrible World Cup, terrible, just so bad that campaign was. He opens with Virat. I don't agree with this. Virat should be batting at 3. He should be batting at 3. He has no business opening. Even in the 24 World Cup, I said this every single day to anyone who would listen. Virat has no business opening. He is your number 3. Let him bat number 3. So Salt and Virat open. Devdutt 1 down. I've written, but I don't agree with that. I don't think it will be him, but let's see again. Rajat Patidar captain at 4, Jitesh at 5, and then Tim David at 6, Romario Shepherd at 7, and then Kunal Pandya at 8. This is another team that is just holding demons. These are just demons, man. You're 1 to 8. Sheesh. I mean, have some mercy, man. Think about the bowlers as well. They're not here just for you to simulate a real life match as a cricket match, right? Give them a sniff. Jeez, man. Look at how stacked that batting order is of RCB, and if you move a bit back, look at how stacked the batting order is of Hyderabad. For frick's sakes. So outside of this, they're going to go with 3 out and out pace. Bhuvi, Rashik Dar, and Jacob Duffy. Now, Jacob has been expensive in the World Cup, but he's going to play until the Hoff is back. until Jay Hayes is back. Josh Hayes. Josh Hayes is expected around mid competition to be back, and hopefully Duffy can hold his own until then, because he's definitely sitting out when the medical team clears Josh. So I think this is the group that they will open with for the impact. They normally have been using Suyash Sharma as a spin option, an extra spin option, but who knows? Because they also have Jacob Bethel and Nuan Tushara. There's been some talk about him being a feature in the 11. But one person that I think will definitely get game time is 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 Venkatesh Iyer. 2 years ago, two odd years ago, when the auction was going on, when KKR had to release Venkatesh Iyer into the auction, and they bought him for that huge sum of what was it, 22 crores or something. Dinesh Karthik was hell bent on getting Venkatesh in the auction. And then in the last auction, KKR had to release Venkatesh. They had to free up some money, and Dinesh Karthik again hell bent on getting Venkatesh here. So Venkatesh will be your feature. I think he will play in place of Devdutt, but I'm not sure because Devdutt has played for this franchise before. His IPL debut was with RCB. So I have put Devdutt in the 11 for that reason, but I think Venkatesh will play. Apart from these, Yash Dayal is not with the squad. His name is there. I've written it, but he's not in the squad. He's not going to play any game this season. This was made clear in the, what was it? Was it a press conference, press release, something like that? Who else do I think? I think maybe one of these guys, Vihan Malhotra, or maybe Vicky Oswal, one of these young guns might get a game or two in. They'll definitely be fielding. They'll be subbing and taking the field for someone for sure. But yeah, I think maybe Vicky Oswal and who is this name? I just read his name. Where is it? Swapnil Singh. I think maybe they might get a game or two, maybe. But Suyash most likely will be your impact. He will, yeah, he will be your extra spin option. This is my call for the defending people. I'm not a big fan of this franchise, man. I'm not a big fan. Couldn't care less about this franchise. Rajasthan. Now, these guys couldn't care less about the whole tournament because they are the inaugural winners, and since then they've just raised their hands and said, "No, we've won the one. We're happy." Jeez. So, Captain Rian Prague, there was a whole captaincy, I don't know, captaincy fight, captaincy issue. There was this whole thing going on with the captaincy situation, and many people believe that it is a reason that Sanju Samson left. Yeah, I think so. I think captaincy was the reason because one of the owners is from Assam, and he wanted representation. Allegedly, he wanted representation for the state, and Rian Prague happens to be from that state, so he was heavily pushing for Rian Prague. So that was one of the issues with management that was going on. Um, I think Yashasvi Jaiswal may have been an option considered. I think there was options about giving it to Ravindra Jadeja. He used to play back in the day for Rajasthan. He has some captaincy experience, although his win percentage might not be so good. He does have some experience, so it was just one of those of if buts and maybes. But yeah, uh, Coach Kumar Sangakkara, the greatest Sri Lankan batsman, keeper, and just a phenomenal player, man. Jeez, just a phenomenal player. Phenomenal. He's coach. He's in charge of the whole Rajasthan setup, not just yeah, not just in IPL, but in the other leagues as well, where the Royals have set up camp. You're playing 11. Vaibhav and Jaiswal open. This is again one of those calls where I don't care who you are, you you cannot ignore these two people from opening. They open. I don't care who the hell you are. These two are opening. I don't care what your opinion is and who should and who shouldn't. It's these two. One down Hetma. He played the third number role in the World Cup. It paid out. It paid off for him. So I don't see why he can't continue that in the IPL. Rian is going to bat four, and Jadeja bats five. Now Jadeja and Dhruv Jurel, you can chip and chop depending on the situation. Makes no difference. Shivam Dubey, he did well. He finished some games well. He some games he was left last man standing. It didn't work out for him, but he's done well to book the spot in the playing 11 for himself. Regarding your bowlers, I've gone three out and out paces in Joff, Nandre, Sandeep Sharma, and then the one spin of Ravi Bishnoi. Now you can get bowling options out of Jadeja, so you effectively have two spinners and three paces, and I think you can't go too wrong with that combination overall. And I'm just looking where else. Yeah, Rian Prag. And if you need, let's say, just an over or two, just for the heck of it, maybe you want to change ends or everyone is being thrashed around the circle. Maybe you just try your hand. Rian Prag can get one odd overs in. Impact players, Donovan Ferreira. I am given to understand he's injured. I'm not sure if he's not recovered or he's recovered or what the situation is. I think he will be your impact. I've put Vignesh in there. I have no idea. I just think, sorry, I just heard that there is some decent talks. I'm trying to I'm trying to think of where I read this. I can't think of it. Maybe I just saw a post here and there. But Vignesh might get some game time. Yes, he might get some game time, maybe. Tushar Deshpande, definitely he has featured regularly for CSK. I don't see why he can't feature for Rajasthan as well. uh, let's just say medium pacer, some batting on offer as well. Luandre Pretorius and Quena Mapaka are my last options for impact. I'm not sure about Pretorius. Quena, he could, in place of Berger or Joff, he could get some game time. Pretorius, I don't know. I just don't see a world where Pretorius gets game time. I don't. Someone who I think from the squad may get some game time. So Sam Curran is injured. I understand he's injured. Uh, who else? Uh, Adam Mill maybe for Joff. Kuldeep Sen he will play some games I think. So yeah, I mean this impact thing, man, is so messed up because anyone can pop in. But yeah, this is my overall take. I don't think they're gonna get far. I don't. Honestly, I don't. Rajasthan is not making the playoffs. I just don't get the feeling from the squad that they have. They can sell whatever thing they want, but I don't see it. Even if they do get into the playoffs, that title is it's not going their way. Not in my books. Right. Kings. Punjab Kings. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer. A lot, man, a lot is on your back. A lot. Ricky Ponting as well. A lot depends on this man's selections. Now, I forgot where Josh Inglis has gone because he was going to be my fourth overseas. I've only gone with three. The thing with Josh Inglis is initially he said he's not available, and then Punjab decided to release him, or they decided to keep him, or something like that. And then later on, he said he will be available for some games. He was leaving a lot of mystery over his availability because I think he is getting married, if I'm not wrong. So eventually they made a call of releasing him. And then once he was released, he puts his name into the auction and says, no, no, he's available for some games. Uh, it just felt like Ricky was being a bit backstabbed, kind of. So one of those. Uh, Playing 11, you have your core Indian in your top five, your core Indian group of Priyansh Arya, Prabsimran. These are your openers. Shreyas Iyer walks in one down. Nehal Wadera he has to come in with a chip on his shoulder. He has to come in with a chip on his shoulder. He left a final unfinished. If only he could get going, or if only he got out earlier, maybe Punjab would have won that final last year. Just maybe. He's a young kid, he has a lot of cricket in him, but he has to walk in with that chip on his shoulder that one title at least, or one huge match, one pivotal match for the team is due by him. And then you have your all-rounders in Marcus Stoinis and Azmatullah Omarzai. These two form such a core, right? In that mid to lower order. And you have Shashank slotting in there, your out and out finisher. You have Marco Janssen, your finisher as well, pace all rounder as well. You've got three all round finish worthy players. You can go heavy, you can afford to go heavy. Shreyas and to an extent, either Prab or either Nehal, they can afford to play the game of controlling an innings. Everyone else just smash out the park. For your out and out bowlers, I've gone with Harpreet Brar, Arshdeep Singh, and Yuzi Chahal. No doubt this is your team. This is your team, no doubt. This is your fixed 11. Now your impact, it depends. It depends. If you want to get a domestic in, you get Vijay Vishak in. If you want to get an overseas in, you get Mitch Owen or Xavier Bartlett. I don't think they played outside of these guys last year. They played Lockie Ferguson, but Lockie has asked for time with his family. He just became a father during the World Cup, so he wants to stay at home. I don't think Cooper Connolly is gonna get a shot. Cooper, no, I wouldn't give Cooper a shot this season. He can warm the bench. Who else? Who else? Maybe Mushir Khan can get a game in if Nehal or someone sits out. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yash Thakur, no. Yeah, I think this is it, man. In your impact, add what's his name? Mushir Khan. Those four players. Those four players is where you're going to play around. I don't think anyone else is gonna get in unless you have some dramatic injury flops. So Punjab, pretty much the same squad, same core group from last year. I do think they'll make it to the final, to the playoffs. This is my second team that I think will make it in. Two teams I've said, CSK, Punjab. I'm left with two more slots to fill for the playoffs. Let's see how they will go. Let's see how they will end up. Mumbai Indians. Jeez. This is almost made up of most of the international Indian team. Oh boy. Captain Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya is going to lead in franchise cricket. In T20 franchise cricket, he's going to lead the T20 World Cup winning captain Surya Kumar Yadav and T20 World Cup winning captain Rohit Sharma and current one day team captain Rohit Sharma. Hardik Pandya, man, this guy. So coach Mahela Jayawardene, don't like him, never liked him. He put Mark Boucher in a bad light. It was his call. I think he wanted to come back or something. Something was going on with management. And they put the gun on Mark Boucher's shoulder. And they blamed it all on him. That Mark Boucher wanted change in captaincy and all this. Nope. Nope. Mark Boucher was there for a season. You can't tell me a coach that just walks in has that much power to change captaincy from your most tenured player, from your most successful captain ever, and then you give it to someone else that you've decided to import from some other franchise who once used to play for you. I don't buy that story one bit. MI management is the most nonsense management for what they did and how they handled the situation with Rohit Sharma and Mark Boucher. Just nonsense. And that guy, Akash Ambani, he had a lot to do in those decisions. And Mahela Jayawardene. Not a fan of them. Couldn't care less. Now, the Indian team, Mumbai Indians team. Rohit and Quinny opening. Surya at 3, Tilak at 4, Hardik at 5, Deepak Chahar 6, Will Jack 7, Ashwini Kumar 8, Shardul Thakur 9, Trent Bolt and Jesse bring up your rear. This is your core 11. Now, in this, if you want a batter, you slot Namandir in there. You slot Namandir in there at 6-7-ish. You bring Char and Will Jacks up and down depending on situations. And if you want extra overs, you can get Corbin Bosch in there. If you want spinner, you can get Mayank Markande. You've got Mitchell Satner. I didn't put him in the list of impact, but yeah, you can get Mitchell Satner in there. Ryan Rickleton, I don't think he's got a shot this season. Who else is there? Shafane Rutherford. I don't think so. Unless Will Jackson's not playing, then anything is possible for them. And if Will Jackson is not playing, then the like replacement is Mitch Satner. So even then, I'm not sure what the call is. I know I've put 3 overseas in the playing 11, and you can slot another overseas, but yeah, this is the combination I've come up with. I want to slot Mitch Satner somewhere in there, but I think if you go with Mitch Satner, then you sit out Ashwini Kumar. That is the only thing I can come up with, and I didn't think that would happen. Unfortunately, Mitch Satner, when he used to play with Chennai, he couldn't get a lot of games in, man. Mitch Satner, well-rounded spinner, well-rounded, what's it called? Batsman as well. So it's just one of those things where it's just luck, man. You just needed some game time. I think last year he had some decent game time, eh? But let's see. It's a new year and new combinations. Hopefully he gets game time. Mitch Satner deserves game time. So this is my take on MI. Do I think they make it? Yeah. MI pretty much make it. They have pretty much the core Indian group, and even the overseas, I mean Quinton, Will Jacks, Trent Bolt, Mitch Satner, Corbin Bosch. You've got Rickleton. MI walk into the playoffs. That's 3 slots taken. I've said CSK, Punjab Kings, and MI. Oh, I know my team is Knight Riders, but I haven't tipped them off. I have not tipped them off to be in the top 4. I just don't. I don't know. Let's see. Lucknow. On paper, this team walks in. On paper. Yeah. But again, bowling-wise, man, it's an issue. So, Captain Rishabh Pant, Coach Justin Langer, the combination is working well. There's no issues over there. When it comes to the 11, you've got Mitch Marsh and Aiden opening. You've got Rishabh. Well, you can say Nicholas Puran 1 down or Rishabh 1 down. It's all the same. It's fine. That's your top 4. Your top 4 is fixed. And then I have put in Ayush Badoni, but I don't know. I'm not sure about Ayush Badoni. Abdul Samad will play. Between the two, one of them is definitely playing. One might end up sitting out for someone else in the squad. But yeah, or you can get both of them. It's all the same thing. So Ayush at 5, 6 is Abdul Samad, 7 Shabaz Ahmed. In the last year and a bit, he has come full circle as a cricketer. Phenomenal with the bat, phenomenal finishing, phenomenal bowling. Not saying he's gonna get 4 and 5 every match, but his line and length, he's figured his sweet spots. So phenomenal the way that he's come about in the last year and a bit. Hasaranga, I don't know. I heard injury. I heard he's cleared. I don't know. A lot of these players, man, just no idea. Mohammad Shami, 100% he's playing. Mayank Yadav depends on fitness. This kid can touch 150 clicks, but not sure if he's fit. Not sure if he's fit for the whole tournament. He can play a game or two, pop up with a niggle, and he's out. So that's the problem with Mayank Yadav. Avesh Khan is playing, definitely your tenured bowler. He's playing. Now, I think Mohsin Khan is in a shout to be in your starting 11. Mohsin Khan and Digvesh Rathi. Not a fan of Digvesh Rathi because people say he's over enthusiastic. No, it's not. It's not enthusiasm. It's nonsense. The fights he's picked for absolutely no reason. There's no call for any of that. So, yeah. I think these two are in a shout to start off in the playing 11, Digvesh Rathi and Mohsin Khan. Andrich, maybe he'll be your overseas pace, because you won't go with the all-out Indian bowling attack. You will have one overseas variation. I've put Hasaranga for now, but maybe if he's injured, then there's a case that Andrich walks in. Another thing to note is Josh Inglis is with Lucknow. So there was a thought going around that he backstabbed Ricky Ponting and Punjab for more money. Who knows? It's all alleged. It's all alleged. Do not quote me. Do not say I'm spreading all this. It's all alleged. Another name that I just saw, Arjun Tendulkar. All-rounder, middle order, pace. Maybe he gets some game time. Maybe Ayush Badoni and Abdul Samad, both of them don't play. One makes way for Arjun. There's a call for that as well. Who knows? But for now, this is what I've kept, because Arjun would only get, some games when it wouldn't make a difference for Mumbai, whether they won or lost. It wasn't gonna make a big difference for them. So maybe he gets some game time. Maybe. That is my thoughts. I don't think that they make it to the playoffs. Not having that feel from them, let's say. Yeah. Let me just really quickly, let me just check one thing. It's going. Yes, okay, it's going. Yeah. Where are we? Yeah. GT, Gujarat Titans. Now, they had a good showing last year. The problem was that they were heavily dependent on the top order. Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, and what's his name? Josh Butler. If the top scored, then all good. Otherwise, panic stations. Uh, the the runs would dry up coming into the middle order because the whole tournament it was that the top three would score bulk of the runs. I'm just sorting out something. The top three would score bulk of the runs. That was the general flow for them. Now they have had an addition. They've had some players go. They've had some players come. Uh, One of the players is Glenn Phillips. I am a huge fan of him. This man uh, walks in to any playing 11 any day of the week. Any day of the week, he walks in to the playing 11. But okay, sorted. But for some reason, he was at Hyderabad for a long time. He just couldn't get game time. He wasn't a regular starter. He wasn't a regular starter. Didn't feature with the impact rules and all. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just my attention's been caught by something on the side. Okay. So he should hopefully be properly used by GT. And I think they could do with him. They could. His part-time spin, full-time Superman. Uh, he's a good finisher as well. Now, one thing you'd say that I've put him at 4 when I've just called him a finisher. Again, the orders can be up and down. I just made a list. If I'm honest with you, I just made a list of who I think will start in the 11 and who I think will be subbed in. I didn't put it in proper batting order. So, GT, outside of the top 3, I think Glenn Phillips, Rahul Tivatia, and Rashid Khan are where your runs will come from. Now, in the middle, they used to have guys like Shah Rukh Khan, but I can't see him in the squad. I think he's left. So maybe some. Okay, no, he's there. He's next to Sai Sudarshan. Okay, so maybe Shah Rukh will slot in there somewhere with the impact rule. Who knows? Who knows? But that middle order, they need to sort out that middle order. That middle order is a huge concern for me if I am a GT fan. Sort out your players after the top order up until the tail. In the middle, you need to sort everything out. Your tail is fine. So the tail is, I know I've put Rashid quite high. The tail is Rashid Khan, and then you'd have bowlers. Sai Kishore used to be used as a impact player last season. Now again, it depends on whether you're batting first or bowling first. That will depend that will dictate your starting 11. But this is what I have come up with. So Sai Kishore will be your regular feature with Rashid. Sai Kishore will come in and out using the impact rule. He's the one player that they'll flip in and out. KG, Siraj, and Ishan, and including with them T Natarajan. For pace, bowling attack. This you have to go with, because you've got spin options in Glenn Phillips, Rashid Khan, and Sai Kishore. You've got 3 spin options and 4 out and out pace, world class, grade A paces. And Natarajan, left-hander. You need one left-hander for variation, for whatever. Bowl one left-hander. I think KG is right-hander. Siraj, I think, is right-hander, and so is Ishant, I think. So 3 right-handers, 1 left-hander pace. 4 options. Bowling options. Rashid is there. Sai Kishore is there. Glenn Phillips is there. You're not dry on bowling options. Batting, you need to sort out your middle order batting. Sort it out. Now, if you look into their squad list, they've got Jason Holder. They've got Tom Banton. Tom Banton, I'm not sure if there's a case to be made for the fella. Maybe he plays instead of Glenn Phillips. Who knows? Who am I for overseas? Josh Phillips, Rashid, and KG. So, yeah. Tom Banton and Jason Holder. These two have a case for them that they can be a feature in the 11. But let's see how it pans out for them. Let's see how it pans out. For impact players, I've put Jayant Yadav as a spinner, Prasid Krishna as a pacer, and Manav Suttar. I think GT have shown faith in him. I think they will back him for some games. They will put him in to bat to get GT out of the situation that they're in. So that's my call on GT. Let's move on to Delhi Belly Capitals. Right, captain Akshar Patel, coach Hemang Badani. Not sure what to say about the coach. Not too familiar with the man, but yeah, Akshar I know. Playing 11s, yeah. Rahul, one opening slot has been fixed by KL Rahul. That was. Are we back? I think we're back, right? It's working. Seems like it's working. I think we're back now. The Wi-Fi just cut out. So, yeah, we're back. So, I was saying, one slot is fixed with KL. Then the other slot, I've put Pathum Nisanka in there. But I would rather go with either Karun Nair or Abhishek Poro. Pathum Nisanka had some good form in the World Cup, but my preferences would be Karun Nair or Abhishek Poro to open, because that's where you can play around. Everything else I think is fixed. Nitish Rana at 3 fixed. Akshar Patel, I've put him at 4, but he can come lower down. Akshar is flexible. He can bat wherever his mood takes him. David Miller 5. That's where he's gonna bat at 5. Tristan Stubbs, You flip him and Aksar, it's fine. It's fine. Tristan, middle order as well. Anyway, just just give him game time. Uh, Ashutosh Sharma definitely playing. Vipraj Nigam definitely playing. Akib Nabi, if I'm not wrong, this is the guy from Jammu and Kashmir. The sensation that he's turned himself into. He walks into the playing 11 without questions being asked. Kuldeep Yadav as well, your frontline spinner. Lungi, possibly, possibly. Until Mitchell Stark is back, Lungi's playing. That is for sure. The question is, what happens when Stark is back? Oh, hello. So I've just noticed I've put Natarajan in the Capital squad and the Titan squad. So just fit, man. Whatever squad Natarajan is in the opposite squad, fit whatever peso you want. I've just noticed the Natarajan issue. Uh, Getting back to this, Lungi, he plays until Starkey's back, right? Till then, you can flip around between Lungi and Carl Jameson. If you don't want the pace overseas, you've got Mukesh. He will play all matches, no questions asked. That man is a workhorse. Prithvi Shaw apparently is unavailable. Ben Duckett, he's withdrawn. There's a whole lot of news, man. A whole lot of players causing chaos. Uh, Overall, that is the playing 11, I think, for DC. Impact, Mukesh, Abhishek Porel, and Karunar. Let's leave it there. Let's not go to Natarajan. I'm not sure in which squad he is in. Anyone else in the squad that I think can find a place? Maybe Samir Rizvi. Samir Rizvi was with CSK. He was given a few games. Maybe he can play. Maybe. Apart from that, I don't see any surprise names as any local names showing up. Starkey is not available at the beginning, so he'll rock up at the end. And, well, when I say the end, midway to the end, he will rock up. And that is the tale for that. So I am, well, first of all, I'm just disappointed in myself. I couldn't figure out the timings. I couldn't manage my stuff well enough. I missed out on 2 lives. I was going to do this live, obviously, but I missed out on 2 lives. I missed out on the T20 live and the FP2 live today. So the schedule for tomorrow, this is 100% qualifying for Formula One. Now MotoGP is tricky because MotoGP is at 4 a.m. the sprint. I'm not going to be doing qualifying for MotoGP because it's going to get a lot hectic for me. So the sprint race at 4 a.m. I will most likely try my best to do it, but there's a possibility that I don't. Sunday is a headache of its own. We'll talk about Sunday when we get to Saturday. For now, this is the cover of the IPL teams. IPL starts tomorrow, effectively today. Yeah, I've said 3 teams: CSK, Punjab, and MI. My 4th team, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe some team like a Hyderabad or RCB. Maybe. I'm not gonna predict the 4th. I'm just gonna predict the 3. CSK, Punjab, and MI. That's it. And on that note, that is it for today. Tomorrow, Formula One qualifying, I'm here. I'll try and come a bit earlier so we can discuss what happened in the three practice sessions and a bit of news that has come out of that world. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. For now, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let's build this channel. Let's build this channel. Yeah, cheers. See you tomorrow.